She a real bad bitch. Make her own money. She a real bad bitch. Own money. Beep, beep. Nah, is it my bestie in that testy? I'm sick of them. I gotta literally hold my phone like this until I get everybody on here because they play too fucking much. Share this live so they piss me off. Friend, she a real bad bitch. Okay. Let me see. Oh, what's up, y'all? Oh, fuck them up then. Hey, fuck them up then. Look at my gray hair. Look at that crystal though. Oh, we back. we back. Hey. Boy, it was a struggle. Share this live. Share this live. Because let me tell you something, it was rough. It was rough getting in here. Let me see if I can see who's coming in.
You just looking for her?
Somebody write something so I can see who's here. Let me see. Uh-oh.
Alright? Pour you some more.
You know.
How you get down that low? It's because your cup is small.
My cup is small. Don't judge me.
No, because you making it look like I ain't drinking it.
Don't judge me. I'm getting judged. I like dollars. I like shining. You need to play money.
You can't put that on the cue, bitch. Stay late.
Dollars. I like
diamonds. I like stunning. I like shining. I like $1,000,000 deals.
Get my pen, bitch. I'm saying.
Look, so why did I think it was, what's up, y'all? Come in, talk to me, say what's up. Hey, what's up, boo? How y'all doing? Okay, so. I can't see nothing. Hennessy's here. Okay. Going up, Hennessy's here. Alright, be sure y'all share this live. Why we got the two? It's the 2 liter for me.
Just some more. There you go. Yeah, make a drink color with me.
Oh, okay. It's a 2 liter. What's up, y'all? We got to be real.
Pepsi.
And then what? Swirl it around.
Put it
back in here.
Boom.
We make our own drinks around here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Be sure y'all hit the heart. Share this live. Share this motherfucking live.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Hi, welcome back to my channel.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, what's up? How you say your name? How you say your name? Okay, so check this out. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Shade motherfucking podcast. I get the cuss on this one because I got my boo, and my boo don't play. My boo will cuss y'all motherfuckers out. So I get the cuss. On this one. Be sure y'all share this video. We're gonna be talking about sex work and stripping and OnlyFans and all kinds of madness. on here. So I do want it to be interactive. So if y'all want to write a question and y'all can, it's whatever. Let me make sure I shared it in my group because I'll be forgetting. I be forgetting to share it in Beyond the Shade, and those are my babies. You can play my song. If it's up, then it's up.
You said money.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I did say money. I'm
I
sorry.
put money on it.
You did. What's up to all my Beyond the Shade people? You know I love y'all. I love y'all forever and ever and ever. Okay. So today my special guest is nobody none other than Felix. So Felix the motherfucking fiance. You never know. Okay, Felix changes names.
It's true.
Like every few weeks.
It's true.
You just never know. It's like P, Papa Diddy Pop. You just never know. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up? So yeah, so you just never know. So today we're going to be talking about sex work. Be sure y'all share this video. So when we think about sex work, we're talking about money. Making money off of sex. Or sexually explicit content.
Yes.
Not necessarily fucking.
Facts.
However, it could be fucking. If that's your choice. You know what I mean? Wait, you jumping right in.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You jumping right in.
I wasn't comfortable, you know.
I'm with you. Okay, so let me tell y'all, this podcast is going to be. Look, we gonna talk about
parental
it.
advisory.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it because we're not leaving nothing out unless it's, hurt. Okay, so we're not leaving nothing out. Like if y'all have a question, drop it in the box. We're gonna talk about our experiences. We're gonna talk about our childhood. We're gonna talk about whatever the case may be. What do you feel like sex work is to you? Period.
Sex work for me is just using what you got to get what you want.
You didn't. You might want to turn down just a little bit.
Turn down some more?
Just a little bit. Can y'all hear us or y'all want to turn down a little bit?
It's cute. Right there. Okay. Yeah, I think it's using what you want to get what you got. Or using what you got to get what you want. See, that's
okay.
The Henny did it backwards.
The Henny did it backwards. But y'all got it. Y'all caught it. So yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like sex work is anything that you're doing that has sexual content that you're getting money for. Yeah. So in my opinion, that's what it is. That could be stripping.
It don't even gotta be sex though, because like if you in a sugar baby, sugar daddy situation, it could honestly just be the attention and the time that you give this old motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah,
I told y'all Felix plays no games. We about to get into it. We about to get into it. Be sure y'all share this live. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about our first subject is childhood. So as a child, what was your view of sex and sex work?
So I think I just got introduced to sex really early, so I never really like had a bad view on sex. Probably had too good a view too soon of sex. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. I was introduced too early. So yeah, I was just always comfortable with sex and sexuality.
But did you know that it was considered like porn and stuff was considered sex work, or did you just know that it was just sex?
What? So are we gonna talk about porn too?
Yeah, because that's the next question. When were you introduced to porn?
Lil Ashley, white girl, lived next door to me. She was the first person that showed me porn, and she didn't just show me porn. She was showing me all kind of animal porn and like
what?
Yeah, she showed me this bitch fucking a horse, and you know.
Okay, so how old was you?
Mad young, 3rd grade.
Really?
Shouldn't have seen none of that shit.
Wow.
Still looking for the horse.
Okay, so I was introduced to porn. We're gonna bounce off each other. I was introduced to porn. I was rummaging through my granddaddy's old, you know how they have them old park cars, and I found a magazine, and it was like old school porn magazines. It was like this little fold out thing, and it was like motherfuckers fucking in there, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
That sounds kind of hot.
It made me feel some kind of way. I was in the car like, what is this? You know, and then I started thinking like, I don't know what this is, but I want to know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Because you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I took it.
I didn't get to do it myself. I wasn't ready for what she was showing us. It's like, ugh.
How did that even transpire? How did she be like, hey?
Because she, it was the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, She had the internet and shit. And
I just cannot. Not the internet. Let me show you some
so we
more
will
stories.
always play on the internet anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like the little,
Hey, Ebony.
the Barbie games and all that shit. And
I'm trying to see y'all. What's up, Tiffany? Okay, so were you ever told as a child that sex was bad?
I don't know if I was told it was bad, but definitely that it was something you shouldn't be doing unless you was like in a marriage type relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Hey, Lily. That's my boo. Hey, Lily. So I don't think I necessarily was told it was bad. I think I was just told that nobody's supposed to touch you. I don't think they told me
Right.
nothing about sex. It was just kind of like nobody's supposed to touch your pocketbook, that kind of thing.
don't,
You know
don't
what
let
I'm
me hit you with the pocketbook.
You know, don't let nobody touch your pocketbook, bitch. But nobody ever told me like sex was good or bad. So as an adolescent, did you ever think that you would mix sex and money? So adolescent, like teenagers, high school.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, like sex is fun, like if it's casual, but it's better if it's paid for.
Bitch. Somebody pin that.
Like sex is sex, you know what I'm saying? Like if once you had it a couple of
Don't
times,
come for my nail.
you know what it is once you had it a couple of times. So now I'm looking at it like, you know, how
Did
can
you
we?
lose your virginity early? Or
Yeah,
late?
early.
I was a little late bloomer. What was your age? You gonna tell me?
I mean, I'm saying like I was young. Like,
Okay. Well, I was probably in my teenage years when I lost, and I only lost my virginity because another motherfucker lost their virginity, and they was like, "Bitch, you not fucking?"
Oh, so you trying to keep up?
Yeah, I was trying to keep up, and we just
Damn
didn't know what we
shame.
was doing.
Damn shame.
Okay, so as an adolescent, did you know of anybody in your age group that was involved in sex work, whether it be stripping, fucking prostituting, anything?
Not as an adolescent necessarily, but you know, definitely by the time I got like senior in high school, I was getting hip to like bitches coming to school with the new J's and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But do you consider that sex work? Because I know, like, when you young, we used to date older niggas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't gotta necessarily be the actual sex part. That's a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship. You know what I'm saying? So just me being cute and in your presence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay for that. It's upkeep.
Bitch.
It's maintenance on the car.
What's up, Sheeta?
You gotta look under the hood. You know what
Share
I'm
this video. Okay, for real. Okay, so we're gonna talk about dating and sex work. Do you feel like sex and dating is the same as accepting payment for sex? What do you think about sex
Do
and
I
dating?
think? Wait, say the first part.
Okay, do you feel like sex and dating is the same as accepting a payment for sex?
No.
I do.
Sex and dating?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing. Like, I feel like if you fucking somebody and they hand you $200 and you don't talk to them no more, it's the same as you
That's
going
not
on a date
dating,
with them.
though.
But
No.
it's the same thing. Hear me out. It's the same thing if you go on a date with a nigga that you don't like just to get a free meal and then you fuck them.
First of all, I don't
I'm not talking about you, what I'm
free meal.
saying. We talking in general. We talking about the rest of the people. I just feel like it's, what do y'all think? Chime in, because I can see kind of what y'all saying. So, I feel like if you dating a nigga that you don't like, and that nigga's paying your bills and you fucking him, I feel like it's a
Okay,
form of
you
sex
didn't
work.
word it like it though. If I don't like him, we not dating, nigga. You a John.
But people don't look at it like that.
They need to.
Bitch. He's a John.
He's a
She's
John. They a John.
They a John, period.
Period.
Share this video. All right, let's see what Emmanuel said, because I seen it come up. Hold
What
on.
you say?
I can't even see it. Okay, well, I'm counting out this motherfucker. I ain't paying with my money. I'm paying with my time. So it's all a transaction.
That's what Manuel said.
Yeah. So I feel like it is a transaction,
yeah.
but some things, I know that growing up and dating, I would date people because I knew that they would do stuff for me. And I would not like them.
Yeah.
That's a form of sex work to me.
It is.
This
But you
terrible.
didn't-
We
you
trash.
didn't-
We
you didn't-
trash,
You
I
didn't put
tell
that
you.
in the disclaimer.
Yeah.
That you didn't like them. Yeah, that's definitely it.
We all courting out this motherfucker, and I ain't paying with my money. I'm paying with my time. It's a transaction. Yeah, that's what I just read that. But yeah, it is a transaction. I think it's all transactional. Like, it is.
Yes.
Do you think sex work has a negative impact in your dating life?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I think that like if somebody finds me from my sex work stuff, or you know what I'm saying, find out that I do it, they might assume that I'm like hoeing or freakier than I necessarily am. Like, I'm freaky, but like not at all times of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like I think it has a negative. like they just want it a lot, or they assume that I'm giving it a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, I think that's a negative.
I think I experienced that when I used to be a stripper. Like, I feel like everybody that used to try to holler at me just thought I was a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they thought that they didn't have to court me. They thought they didn't have to talk to me no kind of way. They would just talk to me any kind of way. Like, when
Yeah.
you in the stripper world, which we gonna talk about that later, but when you in the stripper world, niggas will act like they don't have to respect you at all.
Definitely.
You feel me? Like, they would just be
Like, you paid to get in, nigga. You didn't pay to get in me.
bitch. But yeah, I felt like it was a negative effect only because people assumed that I was just a certain kind of way that I wasn't. And even with me studying sexology and wanting to be a sex coach, people assume that my sex life is just super, super lit, which it is. But it's not as the lit type of shit that y'all would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, we ain't up here like shooting fire out of our pussies and shit.
Not today.
She ever hated it. Okay. Do you think your involvement with sex work should be discussed when you first start dating? If not, when do you feel like it's a good time to have that conversation?
Whenever you feel like it. I don't think it needs to be when you first start courting nobody, because it's not their business till it's their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't meet me that way, it's not your initial business.
But do you feel like somebody will be like, you just lying to them?
A lot of them will be like, what? It's my job, bitch. I don't give a fuck if you drive a forklift. Motherfucker.
You know how I don't give a fuck if you drive a forklift, bitch. So do you think that you would you tell somebody, let's see, ooh, I'm ready for this tea. Yes, I'm telling you. That's Rico. I feel like you should say something if y'all about to do something. Or if you look at them seriously. You don't think so?
Hell no. It ain't their business what's in your bank account and how it got there. Until we mixing them bank accounts.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think that you should tell your person that you dating in the beginning of the date? Not the beginning of the date. Like, if you date a couple times, you think that you should tell them that you're a sex worker? Or do you think you should wait until...
What capacity are you the sex worker?
Like, say you got an OnlyFans.
No.
No. You a stripper.
No.
No.
If you
if you a prostitute?
Yeah, you should tell that, because, like, I might not want, we might have to get tested first, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Okay, so I see. Rico said, I'm about to show out. Okay, so you don't think so. I think you should. Do you think involvement with sex work... Oh, my bad. Would you date someone who is against someone working in this field?
No.
I don't think I would either. I think that people should respect people for whatever reason.
If you close-minded there, you probably close-minded in a lot of other aspects of your life, so it's still enough for me.
I definitely think it's a preference, but it's definitely a no for me. I think it's just judgmental, and that's just a deal breaker.
I need a free spirit, motherfucker.
You feel me? Don't judge me.
Yeah, don't judge.
Especially if you ain't putting no money in my account.
Period.
So do you think being in this industry makes you more or less desirable?
More, honey, because I'm expensive puss.
Okay, so if you think dating a sex worker makes them more expensive.
No, desirable.
More desirable. I know how expensive. More desirable, hit the hearts. If you think they are less desirable, hit the...
Don't be on here casting
hit the angry faces. More desirable, less desirable. I think it depends on the type of sex work for me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if they got OnlyFans, maybe more desirable.
Because, people trying to see that content, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if you like...
Lily, look at Lily on her acting up.
If you a Black China, like, stripper, you know what I'm saying? Like, you highly sought after, you know what I'm saying? You bring it in the bag. Like, she got famous literally from being a top stripper, you know what I'm saying?
And, Kim Kardashian, I mean...
She ain't even put her all into that sex tape either. You feel me?
Oh my God.
So, look at that. She damn near a billionaire.
Be honest, because I know it's some people that think that they wouldn't date somebody that's a sex worker. Now, quit lying, all them hearts. No, I'm just playing. Y'all can say that. But I think that if they were maybe like a street prostitute.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe that might be a no for me.
The street prostitute is a line for me, too. Like, bitch,
or like a porn star, I think that would be a no for me.
I'm not street prostitute.
Let's see what Emmanuel said. Emmanuel said, if you're a street prostitute, I mean, we could be cool. But
like we
I don't know.
We just friends. We just
friends. Share this video. Share this live. Oh, somebody said something, but I can't see it. It went too fast.
Go back to it.
Delaney.
What they say?
Rico said, "What is your limit to what you won't do, and what is the most money that you made during one job?"
Like, what do you count as one job though? So like my pay period. So I do. So we didn't clarify. I do OnlyFans.
Yeah, that was the next topic.
Yeah,
but we could just say it now. Go ahead.
So I do OnlyFans. So my pay periods, would that count as a job? Like, you know? What
yeah.
I mean?
So like one. No, I think. Do you mean like one job, like one setting, like one video?
Yeah, like
a video, or do you mean like one pay period?
Yeah, like can you clarify which one you mean? Because I can make. I'm guaranteeing I'm gonna get at least $1,000 a day. You get what I'm saying? But that's casual. Like that's.
Yeah.
That's.
So with me, I think the most I've ever made on one job, I think I made 1,000, a couple thousand. It might have been not a couple thousand. I made like 1,000 or a little bit over. But I did a bachelor party.
Right. My first OnlyFans cash out for 2021 was $6,000. So.
And it's proof because I've seen the receipts. It was $6,000.
And that was 1 week.
6 days.
Yeah, 6 days.
So I've seen the receipts. Rico said both of them. Yeah, so I seen the receipts. It was $6,000 and it was 6 days. Mm-hmm. I said, bitch, are you hiring, bitch?
Yes, I am.
Are you hiring?
Put it in my inbox.
1,000 days. This motherfucker said Felix is rich. I seen it, and I'm telling you right now, I seen it with my own eyes, so it's no cap.
I'm not rich. That goes straight to the savings account. That motherfucker's rich.
It was 6 bands. I said.
I'm embarrassed.
We're gonna get more into it. She said, "Can you teach me the game?"
I'll teach everybody the game. I need to find the game.
And then, what is it that you won't do? Like, do you have a limit that you won't do?
Yeah, I don't do like full frontal.
Okay.
I don't get like pissed on or shit on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do some bondagey stuff, but like, yeah, I'm not getting. I can get spit on. I like that.
I like that. Spit on me.
Yeah, I try to like. Ain't nobody sticking a fist up in me. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing crazy like that.
Okay, so I have a story about that. So I didn't get fisted, but I was at a bachelor party. And a girl at the bachelor party got fisted. And it was like the most...
It looks horrifying.
It was the most... It was early in my stripper days, too. If y'all... We gonna get... That was our next section, was our experience. I started dancing when I was 20 years old in a day. So you can dance in Louisville once you're 20 years old in a day. So I started dancing at Louisville Gold. It was right by PT's down there. I started dancing there. I danced there for probably like a year, and then I moved to another club. Then I moved to Atlanta, and I danced in Atlanta for 3 years at 2 different clubs.
That's money.
Yeah, Atlanta was popping. Atlanta was popping.
That's the money.
But yeah, so I danced in Atlanta. So I danced for a total of 4 years in my lifetime. I love Felix's Filthy Rich because the wig is popping too. The wig is popping.
Y'all so
yeah. So I danced for 4 years, and I didn't know what we was talking about. I done lost it. What was we talking about?
When the girl got fisted.
Oh, the girl got fisted. Okay, so when I first started dancing, this was like my first bachelor party. So one of the girls that I was with, that I had got close to in the club, was like, I guess, a prostitute, right?
It was your friend.
Yeah, that was my homie. So she was a prostitute, and she was like sucking dick in the bathroom. So it was a whole bunch of niggas. It was a whole bunch of niggas. It was like a football team, if I remember correctly.
What,
and it was like I think it had to be a football team. And I just didn't want to leave her. Like, we had danced or whatever, and then I was ready to go. And then after we danced, some shit started going down. I was like, oh shit, this ain't my kind of party. I don't want to be here. And she was taking them in the bathroom one by one. I was like, okay, so let me not leave, because I didn't want to leave her. So as I'm waiting for her, she's in the bathroom, I'm just waiting. This girl lays down a towel, and there's another girl, and then there's another girl. Felix, really?
Sorry.
I'm sweating. But there's I just came here to dance for y'all. That's how it was. So she just like stuck one finger, and then 2, and then 3, and then it was like 4, and then it was like 5, and it was like this.
4 arms. Shit.
And it was like, she just was going in like this, but it was like, that wasn't the thing. That was shocking. That was shocking. It was the little strand of poop that came out on the towel that I just could not understand. I just was like, you know how you at church, I'm gonna have to leave, because that was my first experience of seeing somebody fisting, and it was like in person, and I was just like, this is not for me. This is not for me. Yeah, so that was my experience.
Okay.
That was wild. So when were you first introduced to the industry? Like working, like, so I started stripping when I was 20.
Yeah, so like kind of similar story. Like when I was underage, I hung with this little dude. His name was Devin, and
Short Devin, no, I'm just playing. Short Devin with the braids.
But,
no, I'm just playing.
He is who introduced me to, like, I guess calling. You get what I'm saying? Like call boy girlish stuff.
Okay.
And you just get paid to be cute at different parties, different events. They want company. Like, it's older rich people who don't have companions.
Yeah.
They need somebody cute on their arm at different events. So that's how I got started, and it was very lucrative, honestly. But they be wanting like too much attention. You know what I'm saying? It's just something right here.
I don't know. Okay, with dance break. But yeah, I started when I was 20 in a day. Like I said, I went up to the club when I was like 19, and I was like, what y'all doing? I was in college. I was living on my own. I was like super crazy, and I was just like, I had all this stuff, because at the time my mom had started going back out, so she had relapsed or whatever.
Right.
So I didn't have no help, and then I had like my brothers to take care of. I had a lot of shit going on, and then I was trying to work. It was too much. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in this club, and I'm gonna see what it was. And it was crazy because I had never even shaved before I was 20. So I had like full on hair down there. Hair down there. So when I went into the club,
a natural queen.
when I went into the club, I seen like everybody had the stripe. And I remember that was like the first shocking thing that I noticed when I went to my first strip club. I was like, everybody's hair is gone. And that just blew my mind. I was like, everybody's hair is gone. So
my hair gone right now.
The dude, mine too. But the dude was like, he was like, well, you got to come back when you're 20 and you got to audition, whatever. So I went in and I auditioned, and the dude actually gave me my name when I auditioned, and he was like, I didn't drink or nothing. I didn't take my first drink until I was 21. So I started dancing, and I wasn't making no money. No money. But that's how I got started. Not the natural cream. I swear, I was like, oh, I think I'm supposed to shave this off.
You definitely
but yeah, so that's how I started. Do you feel like your race, your sexuality, or your age impacted your decision at the time?
Yeah, like I think, you know, Black queer people, we don't have as many avenues to sustain ourselves as, you know, our white counterparts. So sex work for me was easy because you get to be your own boss, and most of the times make your own rules, set your own prices, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, my first situation was not that great because I was working. He wasn't a pimp, but I kind of had a pimp, you know what I'm saying? So like,
I had a pimp before.
he was not a pimp. He was a manager.
I didn't have a pimp. I had a manager. Let me tell you about my pimp story since we talk about pimps. What is pimp? Since we talk about pimps. So when I moved to Atlanta for the second time, I moved to Atlanta twice. So the first time I moved to Atlanta, I had $200 in my pocket. And I moved down there on the Greyhound bus. I didn't have nothing. And I lived in a hotel for like 3 months. I was stripping, whatever. So the second time I moved down, I had met this nigga named Smurf.
He sound like trouble already.
Smurf.
You feel me?
So Smurf got me put into this mansion-looking house, and
I
was in there with
Smurf is like a term for people who run your money.
Is it?
Yes,
I
he was
didn't know
trying
that.
to warn you from the jump.
So look, Smurf put me in this house with like all these different bitches. So it was like this humongous house in Atlanta, and it was probably like 6 or 7 bitches. So I like had a room, and he would take me to and from the club, and I would give him a percent of what I made it. what I make. So if I made X amount of dollars, I would give him 10% of what I made. And he would basically take me to the club, bring me back from the club. It paid for my house stay or like wherever I was at. So I guess he was a pimp, or wasn't a pimp. I don't really know what he was. He was like he paid for my birthday. Like I had this big ass birthday party.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like the stripper game is crazy. But I would give this nigga 10% of my money to live in this house with these bitches, and he would like book us for different shows and shit. Like we wasn't fucking for money like some of the bitches was, I guess, but I was just doing shows at the time. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But you know, I guess it was a pimp, but maybe not.
Mine was a manager. He ain't getting pimp status from me. Fuck that hoe.
Fuck that hoe, Smurf. And if he's on her, bitch. No, I'm just playing.
Mine
You
was
owe me
crazy.
some money.
Mine was crazy. Like, so I stopped fucking with them because one of the Johns actually died at one of the parties. Like, it was a crazy ass after party. This like derby time. We at this big, beautiful. You know that little condos by the river that's shaped like the point and it's brown. We was up real high in there, and you know, bunch of bad bitches and fine ass motherfuckers everywhere. Everybody just snooting and booting and drinking, and then like motherfuckers, it started turning into like an orgy vibe. You know what I'm saying? And then like motherfucker just like, is he asleep? They're like,
wow.
Nah, that nigga's dead. He died. So that was when I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So tell me, describe your first moments as a dancer or a sex worker. Like, what was the first remembered moment that you had, and how did it make you feel?
My first.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna fill these drinks back up. Look.
Get the ice.
Oh, okay,
I put it in the freezer.
Okay, I'll be back.
You want me to pause or you want me to keep going?
No, just keep going.
Okay, so my first interaction was with this millionaire. We'll call him Tim Johnson. I ain't gonna say his real name. He's from Oklahoma. He was here in Louisville because he invented some medical equipment and he sold it to University Hospital. So he comes here and he does maintenance on that. So he's like a legit millionaire. And we done got it too hard.
Right,
Shirt
is live.
And then, so I was working as a bartender at the time, and he was getting like really casual drinks, like old fashions.
Megan said, "Ooh, child."
Right.
We gonna talk about parents too, Rico. I see your question.
So we got break it.
Okay.
So he was getting casual drinks.
That's all you got.
He was getting casual drinks, and then like he would tip me $50 on like a $10 drink. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like after the first 3, I'm like, okay, I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He tricked me though. He told me he's from out of town. He was going to look for food and he needed my advice. So I fucking gave him my number. So
that was the beginning of it all. I gave him my number.
Instead of him texting me about the food, he was texting like, "You should come up to my room." And I'm like, this is a hotel bar. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't come up there. I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, I'm not allowed to go up there. He's like, well, what if I just sit down for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to use my card. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna track me getting on and off the elevator. So, anyways, he sends the elevator down. The elevator comes down. I thought it was empty. It's motherfucker in the corner.
Get in.
So I get in. This white motherfucker. He's like fly old.
He's like fly old.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I had a fly old.
He was still, he was still strong and stout. You know what I'm saying? His hair was gone, but it was FL2J-ish. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, he's like, turn your phone off. I don't trust you with your phone on. I'm like, oh, see, you trying to kill me.
It's the story for me.
You feel me? So we get in there, and first of all, he wanted me to come over so I could eat the pizza with him. I told him I don't eat pizza, I don't eat cheese, I only make cheese. You feel me? So we get up there, he's like, see, I was just kidding about the pizza. I was like, I know you was, nigga. So he wanted me to get busy with him.
It's the nigga for me.
He basically gave me, on the spot, $2,000 to come up there to eat the pizza. And, okay, so I was trying to give him a little, thank you gift. And the motherfucker, I had crochet braids in, and 2 of them fell out.
I'm not playing with figures today.
I
I'm not playing.
I kicked them under the bed. I had to get out of there. That was so awkward, and that was my first experience. So yes, the crochet braids was falling out.
My first experience is sex work was at a stripper. Was at a stripper, but I've actually had sex for money before. So
I mean, but that don't count.
It is the first experience, like with sex work. I feel like, because I feel like my stripper experience was really whack. I did an amateur night in Atlanta, and I tried to go up the pole and I fell. And I fell going up the pole. I fell down to
what was embarrassing?
It holla. I started to see spaceships on Bank. That's the one. So I went up the pole and motherfucking fell. Okay, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. That was my first experience. Now my
Scotty's calling, bitch.
Scotty's calling me. I just knew they was like, and they called me KY, because he was like, what's your name? I was like, I'm from Kentucky. He was like, we gonna call you KY. He was like, it was amateur night. He was like, coming to the stage, KY. And I don't know what made me think that I could go up the pole, but I went up halfway and I fucking fell. It was the most embarrassing thing. All I remember is Scotty calling me.
Hey,
I'm just going up. I was like, God damn. And then everybody, as soon as I fell, I was like, oh! That was embarrassing.
Hers wins. I take my little two braids falling out.
Fucking
the two braids falling out was embarrassing too.
That was embarrassing.
A motherfucker trying to palm your head and your weave falling out. Bitch.
But here's my situation, my sex work story. I'm loving this. I just know y'all ready. Listen, so here's my embarrassing sex story. So I had this regular customer that would come and see me. He was handsome too. He was like a tall white guy. All he wanted to do was talk. He really didn't get like no dances or nothing, but he just wanted to talk. So desperate times call for desperate measures.
Lord.
So I was living in Atlanta. I didn't have no kind of like, I guess, resources or nothing. And he was like, well, do you do anything else? And I was just kind of like, no. The next week he came back. He was like, I love talking to you, blah, blah. Now, he was a handsome, older gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm going to save y'all for did you play my... Why I think that was Scotty. I was like, you trying to be funny. But he was like, do you do anything else? And I was like, well, what are you trying to do? He was like, well, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, whatever, yeah. So I wrote him and texted him my address. He came to my address. And first of all, I lived in the hood. So when he walked up to the door, I just knew everybody fucking knew. It was this old-ass white man. I was like, oh, my God. Everybody knows I'm about to prostitute.
It always be the white nigga giving you away.
I was like, oh. Like, come in. So I literally had sex with him. It probably was like a 5
minutes. Right.
It was like a 5 minute.
They were pump chumps.
It was like a 5 minute front and back. He gave me the money, but that's not the kicker.
You get the money up front.
The kicker.
So you can be trash in bed.
Here's the thing. The kicker is he had one of those things that you roll. It was like a little thing that connected him. It was like some kind of machine that connected, and it rolled with him, and I just was like...
What? Girl, where you finding these motherfuckers at?
I got so many stories.
You went to the nursing home.
I went on a date with a motherfucker that took his legs off. His whole legs off. He was a war vet, and he took his motherfucking legs off. Didn't warn me or nothing. He didn't warn me or nothing. And I was like...
That sounds sexy. Throw your legs off, baby. Throw your legs off, baby. That's sexy.
He took his motherfucking legs off. I have so many stories of shit that I've done as a stripper. Like...
I like that.
Out of control.
I'm here for the missing legs.
No.
Yeah, kick
and he was ripped. He was like old and big.
I ain't never been with...
He was like...
Okay.
I was like...
I fucked the Uber driver once. That's bad.
Did you get your rapper free?
Yeah.
We not hoes. I swear to God, we not.
Speak for yourself.
I'm not. No more.
I'm not either. I'm saved. I got baptized in the waters of Nazareth.
This is my thing. You can't judge nobody. He's a crying. You can't judge nobody. That's what this forum is for, because we've been through so many different things that people wouldn't even think that I've lived the life that I've lived. And I have.
Watch this motherfucking candle. You be having me nervous.
Yeah, I might have to pay for some coochie with my war vet check. Listen, so So the nigga with the legs
The war
gone,
bed checks always cash.
the niggas with the legs gone. I got hooked up with somebody else that was working in the club with me, and I was like about to get kicked out of my apartment. Listen, when you a stripper, you spend money ridiculously, and I wasn't doing the right shit. And I was like, I gotta move out of my apartment because I don't know how long I'll keep this up.
I think any form of sex work you kind of spend frivolously because
Yeah.
it's coming so fast.
So
You know
she
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
oh my God, I know this man. He got this apartment in the back of his house. You know how people have like a double house in the back of their house? He was like, he got this apartment and all he wants to do is just go talk to you, spend time with you. So we went on this little date or whatever, and we went to his house. He was sitting at the fucking kitchen table and he took his goddamn legs off. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. There's a lot of shit that I can do, but I can't do this. And he was like, oh, I'm a veteran and whoop de whoop de whoop. I am empathetic with you, but I just can't do it. Not for no apartment or none of that. I just ain't gonna be able to do it. And I just was like, I want to go home. I don't feel good. Whatever. Okay, so let's get back to this.
What we got?
Okay, tell me about a time where you were disrespected.
I mean, that's so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people feel like just because you in that position, especially like in the club scene, that they can grab on you. You know what I'm saying? Snatch you, talk to you any kind of way.
So have you ever been in a club situation, or like were you just like a dancer somewhere else?
Yeah, I've been in lots of club situations. I used to work at this place called the Red Door.
The Red Door?
Yeah, and it's like, it was a swingers club.
Okay.
So because it was that, people felt like when they came in there, you just had to swing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah, bitch, you gotta be on my vibe. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I feel like in sex work, you always get disrespected. I know when I was a dancer, it was like niggas would say, I literally tell people, I have heard everything. Like everything. They feel like they can tell you whatever. I've had niggas try to put their hand in my pussy, like stick their finger up her, or like I've had niggas like ejaculate while I'm giving them a lap dance.
or like put your hand on that shit.
Yeah, on
like,
that shit and trying to make you like. I think a lot of times people look at strippers and they're like, I support single moms and I think this is great, but like they really don't. Strippers don't
And,
really talk about what really happens.
I hate when somebody like get mad at you and they say, "Get a real job, bitch."
Yeah.
I'm making more than you and anybody you know with a real job.
Or they call you. I've been
job.
called like ho, motherfucking. I've had money.
A lot of y'all
somebody
hoes
ripped
is
a dollar up
hoes.
and threw it at me one time.
Well, she gonna need that.
This crazy. I've had a lot of shit happen to me as far as like disrespect, and I've had a lot of really dangerous things happen to me that I've only survived by the grace of God, I feel like. So that's a whole nother thing. We'll get into that later on too. Okay, so do you think drugs and alcohol play a part in sex work, and what would that mean?
I think in different capacities. I think when I was working in the club scene, hell yeah, because I'm not going to this shit sober. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you already know people gonna be snatching you and grabbing you and wait
You
for
kind of have to be
yeah, like
a
the
little
way for
under
your
the
process
influence.
that is to loosen yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still gonna be mad, but like, you ain't gonna be as tense when they...
Yeah, I didn't drink my whole first year that I was a stripper. I started drinking and then instantly I started doing X. So like I had to be under the influence when I was doing that shit because it's just like the lifestyle. Like people don't understand. Like you gotta worry about the bitches that's back there. And then you gotta worry about the customers. Then you gotta worry about going to your car. And it's like it's just like a whole
One
different...
time I walked in on a bitch like strung out with the needle still in her arm. You know what I'm saying? Like she back in the dressing room just losing her shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely plays a part. Some people more turned than others, you know what I'm saying? But absolutely. And it's
definitely crazy.
It's so accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, it's accessible because all of the niggas that are at the door and the niggas that come in there, they all sell it. So it's like so accessible. And then the people that make the most money are people that are on drugs. So like I know for me,
our bitches move that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing when I was in there. That's how you gotta be smart and find your hustle in multiple capacities. You know what I'm saying?
But be careful.
Definitely be careful because their whole goal of coming there is to take advantage of you. You get what I'm saying? So if you know that in advance, you can protect yourself better knowing that up front.
And the niggas too, because I feel like I would meet niggas and be running drugs for them. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Niggas need to know too. Like, we not trying to get wiped up. We trying to scam you.
It was rough. It was a rough
me
time.
anyway. I'm trying to scam you.
Don't say. I'm trying to scam you, bitch. No. How did you get out of that atmosphere?
Just really that was the last night for me when I saw the girl with the peanut in her arm. I just knew like I'm better than that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can't be around that. I really was fucking up my life. Like yeah, I was making a lot of money, but I was doing a lot of fucked up shit outside of the money. You know what I'm saying? I was spending it fast and living wrong.
That's the key. Like
yeah.
you make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. Like you make a
But
lot of
you
money.
young
I know
and
when
you
I was in
dumb.
Atlanta, I made so much money, but I spent it just as quick as
And
I
that's
made
because
it.
you think you gonna get it again tomorrow. So
Yeah.
you just, you know what I'm saying? Like me, lobster tails, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it was
like,
for me, the reason I got out is because of the people that I was meeting in there. You know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of things that were highly illegal that if I wasn't prayed for, that I would probably be under the jail for. Like, it was, people following me home and I had to carry a gun and I had to do this and I had to fight bitches that was stealing my money and I had to do this. It was just the lifestyle of it was just too overwhelming. When I'm talking about stripping in general, like just stripping for
and
me.
If you
and
a
it's not like
popping
that
bitch,
for everybody.
But if you a popping bitch,
that's how it was.
the other, you gonna get that one bitch that feel a way about you popping. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you
I
this.
remember the bitch that was mad at me. It was Isis, Taylor. We know
Hold
you.
on, Isis, was she dark skin and real
No,
tall?
Isis was a white trans bitch that was mad that I was
no,
the pretty
no.
chocolate trans bitch that pulled up on the scene. She was mad. She was going around telling everybody I was a lot lizard and shit, trying to get customers not to fuck with me. She was mad, bum ass bitch. Like that's okay, cause she been in the crime time, face all smashed up like a pumpkin patch kid. So we good. I ain't never been on there. Still cute.
See, shut up. That's why I can't have homes.
I'm just saying, cause the only reason she felt the way, cause she felt like I was competition. You get what I'm saying?
Now, that's another thing, like
could
the
only be one of
competition
her.
thing.
You get what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you in your own lane. We don't even compare. You white, I'm black. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't even compare.
It's the competition thing for me because it was just a whole nother.
But like, you gotta like me. That was my days. I hope you don't get mad if I say it. Can I say? I already know.
What?
KB. Can I say that? That was my days of like fucking with KB. You know what I'm saying? And KB understood the hustle.
Yeah.
So me and KB was scammed together and like making bread. You know what I'm saying? Like she understood. There was no jealousy between us. You get what I'm saying? Like that's my bitch. Like we just understood. We out here both getting it. Like let's get it together. You got my back. I got your back. And like we really had each other's back. Like we had to fight niggas and like you know what I'm saying? Like. Make sure
it's a very dangerous job, and I think people don't understand. Like I'm not saying for everybody, but for a lot of people, it's a very dangerous job, and I think a lot of times y'all don't. They think of strippers that way. They just see like, oh, y'all get money or whatever.
Yeah.
But being a stripper was an experience that is unexplainable.
Yeah.
It's literally unexplainable because people don't understand what you really go through during those times. Like you gotta worry about people, just everything. Like you just gotta you gotta be smart. Yeah, you gotta be smart, you gotta be on guard, you gotta be on point. It's just like
but that's why I'm glad I had a friend.
You gotta know how to finesse. I tell you
Absolutely.
I tell you that. I will say this. When I was dancing, my confidence was the highest it ever was because I could talk somebody out of $300, $400, $500. Like, just sitting.
I think my confidence is bigger now. I think my confidence is bigger now.
High.
Because I think a lot of them sucking dick at the strip club or in the parking lot bitches is mad now because we making more than that on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? And
We're going to talk about that next.
I don't ever have to see him. You get what I'm saying?
We're going to talk about that next.
Let's go.
What, in your opinion, what do you feel like is the most common misconception of this type of work?
I feel like we just said it.
Yeah.
Like that it's glamorous all the time. There are glamorous parts to it, absolutely. And I think now I'm in a position where mine is all glamorous because I am solely working for myself and at home. You get what I'm saying? So I can control the environment. But yeah, I think that's the biggest misconception that everybody's
There's
gonna.
some holes in
I
this
think
house.
everybody thinks they're gonna go straight in being Black China. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't realize it's like levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Like you
Okay,
gonna start at Pussycat Lounge, bitch.
So now we're gonna talk about OnlyFans. OnlyFans. So be sure y'all share this live. What are your thoughts on OnlyFans before the hype and now?
So I've had OnlyFans for 3 years.
Okay.
I started on OnlyFans selling feet pictures, and I was cool with that. Like, it was not what I get now, but it was like, you know, just for on a humble, you know what I'm saying, like a couple $300 to $500 a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for feet pictures, that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little weekend.
Well, let me put my toes on now.
It's a hot market. Do it. If y'all got, they don't even care. I know a bunch of you crunchy toe motherfuckers on this live, but they don't even care. Show your crunchy ass toes, bitch. Like, they like toes. They don't care. Like, so anyways, I started with the toe pictures 3 years ago, and I got really activated during this time last year when we first went on lockdown, because I'm a bartender and my job shut down. I was bartending at an amphitheater, so obviously ain't no concerts, still ain't no concerts, you know what I'm saying? So my job got shut the fuck down. And unemployment, because I make tips, they couldn't really figure out how much money I was supposed to make. They only gave me $60 a week.
Right.
So I was in panic mode, and I don't know, I just turned to OnlyFans, and my first week on OnlyFans, I made $10,000, and I just was like,
sheesh.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going back.
So we did have a question from Holly. I missed it.
What was Delaney's question?
Did y'all ever have men try to stalk you?
Yes.
Oh, it was about parents. That's on the next one.
Okay.
Did y'all ever have a man try to stalk you? Yes.
Yes. I still have stalkers. I posted that on my Ring camera not long ago. I still get stalkers. It's I don't know. Like, that's just a part of the game, but it's a scary part of the game.
It is. I had a very horrible incident that I don't feel comfortable yet talking about on live.
Right.
But I had a very horrible incident that reshaped my entire life.
Same for me. And Lyric knows I got a whole motherfucking security team that drops me off and picks me up and sits
So that's what people don't say. That's what people don't tell you about that type of lifestyle. Like, there are people out here that are really evil people, and there are people out here that are really like devious people that you don't even know. Yeah, but yeah. So, do you feel like the black community accepts sex work? Why or why not?
I think
it's levels.
I think it's a double-edged sword.
Because I think that not cheaper, but I think that smaller cities.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk bad about.
Or I think the status of your stripperness. You get what I'm saying?
That's exactly where I was going.
If we were still stripping now, they would talk bad about us. If we was Black China level stripper, I keep referencing
Please say
her
you look
because
beautiful.
You look beautiful, queen. I already know. I don't even have to see you.
I think it's a caliber, because I think that when I was in Atlanta, they treated me like a celebrity.
But look at all the little bitches getting famous now, the little rap girls and all that shit. They ex-strippers. Like, we glamorize that lifestyle. You gotta already make it for us to respect you.
But let me tell you something. When I was stripping in Louisville, I was the scum of the motherfucking earth. Like, niggas would be like, you ain't nothing but no stripper bitch, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
I wasn't.
But I think it's a difference though, because you were in your realm.
Yeah, no, like,
and I was in my realm.
Factual. My realm is so different and competitive, and that's why I told you, like, just as soon as I popped up, bitches hated me because, you know, that you can only have one trans bitch on the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know how I bumped through, like, bitch, okay. Like,
yeah. Whereas with me, it was like I was just another girl that was dancing. But when I moved to Atlanta, it was like I would tell niggas would ask me what I did, and I would tell them I work at whatever, and they'd be like, oh, and they wouldn't fuck with me because they knew I had money. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a whole different type of level in a bigger city than it is in a smaller city. That's
still valid now, though. Motherfuckers that I got more money than now feel uncomfortable, like, dating me, courting me, because they feel like they can't show me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, but but that's not for you to show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my life. I already showed myself what I want to see. You just need to come be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you make more money doing certain things on OnlyFans?
Yes. I feel like I make more money when what I'm doing with you right now, I would usually do this at home on OnlyFans. So I go live every Friday or Saturday. Okay. And I feel like I absolutely make more money because they feel like they
communicate.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? As opposed to me DMing them or sending out a mass message. You know what I'm saying? So they feel connected more.
Okay. In your opinion, what do you think is acceptable and unacceptable in this field? I
mean, that's preference. Whatever you find acceptable. Like, your friend wanted to get that fist up there. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what you found acceptable. So I can't knock you because your whole stretched out wider than the motherfucking train track.
Wait, shirt is flag. Okay, so if you have children, hypothetically, because I know you're not going to have children, you don't want them. So if you were to have children, hypothetically, or loved ones in this field, would you support them or steer them away from it?
I would use my nieces for example.
Okay.
My oldest niece is 21, so that's a very realistic conversation. Yeah. But I would steer her away from stripper work just because I know how unsafe it is.
Mine too.
It could be dope. But I just know that you gotta navigate that space so deliberately. Yeah. And I would never want her to fall into any shit I fell into.
I feel the same way. I literally got into it with a friend because my sister wanted to be a stripper and I fucking got on her so bad. And they was like, why would you do that when it's just bitches getting money? And I'm like, it's not just bitches getting money though. Like the lifestyle that I went through, the things that I went through, I would never want my sister to go through that. Mm-hmm. Now, if she decides to, I feel like you gotta be a strong person mentally.
They get sneaky with the mistreatment. Like they act like they putting $1 in your G-string, but they really trying to
they really doing this. You know there's stuff that happens in stripper lifestyle that people don't know about. Exactly. And I'm like, nigga, no, I don't want my sister to go through that.
Yes, but I would.
I'm not knocking you, but I don't want my sister to go through that because I just don't.
I would absolutely encourage my niece or all y'all watching to get an OnlyFans. It's just like that money is so, to me, it's free because we all gonna pleasure ourselves at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if these goofy motherfuckers I never got to meet want to watch that, you know what I'm saying?
So my fear is that somebody would screenshot and fucking spread my shit all out somewhere. And I just feel like if I have kids, I don't want to have to explain to them why my pussy is on the internet.
Well, there are stuff set in place now when you reach a certain stature on OnlyFans where your screen turns black. People try to screenshot it.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
You might be on to something for my 6 bands. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, what do people not know about OnlyFans?
That it is a hustle. It's all about metrics. It's not really like, everybody's not going to eat on there. You get what I'm saying? So you just got to be realistic about it. I look at it like, I look at OnlyFans like Instagram. You get what I'm saying? Like, the more you promote yourself or whatever you're doing, the better traction you build.
So how do you promote? Because I know you're super big in, what you saying, oh wow for Holly? So how do you promote yourself? I know you're a big activist in the city, and that was another question. I know you're a big activist in the city. You have a strong presence in the city. Do you feel like that affects your presence in any way, and how do you promote, or is it something that you do like on the low?
No, because I think at the end of the day, I'm still a trans woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm still a trans activist. So like, sex work is very big for trans people. So I think that I'm helping motivate them and let them know they don't have to do it in the traditional ways in the car that's unsafe, come up missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do this in your safety of your own home, in the safety of your own hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can build fundamental steps to sustaining your lifestyle.
I really want to dive into that more, but I know we don't have time to do that.
Wow,
but do you feel like trans work is geared a lot towards sex work? And why do you feel like that is?
I just think that a lot of trans people might not have the finances or resources to transition properly in a way for that to, before that, since they can't transition properly, that comes with a lot of discrimination.
Right.
So they can't get jobs in certain
Even
places.
if people don't admit that they're discriminating.
Right.
Right. Okay, the Queen said, it's not easy, you gotta really try. Okay, so, hold on. And then Lily said, I'm convinced I'm getting one.
I will tell y'all this about OnlyFans. My biggest
Why you talking about the
my biggest plug for that is to get connected to somebody who already made it and have them help promote you. Like, so for me, I got connected to a friend. She had 100,000 followers on OnlyFans. So obviously, when she helps promote me, any trickle off of that is gonna add up. So now I'm at 24K followers, and y'all can do the math. Like, all of them followers gotta pay a set rate, regardless of whatever content they pay for. They're paying a set monthly rate. I think the best advice for that too is keep your monthly rate reasonable. I like to stay at $9.99 because if you go higher than that, I've seen people do like ridiculous shit like $15 or $24 a month. Like, me personally, if I'm looking at my bank account and I see a random $24 come out, I'm going to question where that was at. If I see a random $9 come out, I'm going to just think that that's something like an iTunes bill or something that I'm not going to think twice. So a lot of my money comes from people forgetting that they are subscribed to me.
Not forgetting.
It's true though. Like, so by the time they figured it out, they already paid me for the month. So yeah, get connected with somebody who already has an established platform. Also, quit thinking that you know it all, because like that's not a diss. It's just that, you know, it's so accessible now. Like Beyonce talked about it in the song. So people just hear it and they think that they can get on it and start making moves, and you really have to navigate that space strategically. Like I told you, I started with feet and moved here and moved there and moved there till I got my audience to a position where I control what they receive.
How do you find your audience though?
Well, it's not fair for me to say that, because being a trans person, I have a built-in audience. Like, I'm a fetish, and I know that, and I use that to my advantage. You get what I'm saying? So I don't feel comfortable telling people how to find their audience, because I know that I kind of lucked into mine. I still work my ass off, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that there's motherfuckers out there that don't get to look at bitches like me on the regular, so they trying to see what's up.
Deanna say, hey, my loves.
Hey,
Deanna. Hey, Deanna. Okay, so let me see. What are some of the risks involved in this work with OnlyFans?
I don't have any risk with OnlyFans.
Really?
OnlyFans is the best way I've ever, not even just sex work, it's the best way I've ever worked in my life. Like, it's my rules, it's my time, it's my price frames. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you pay $9.99 to see me a month, I still might send you this private video for $24 that you gotta pay for to see. You know what I'm saying? So I done got 2 price tags off of you.
So is OnlyFans free? Can anybody like get into it?
You can get into it. I don't know. It's not free. They take their cut. So they take 10%. Like your pimp.
Don't call him pimp.
They Smurf.
Like your pimp, like Smurf. He gonna take 10%. If y'all weren't watching earlier, I had a pimp. When I was about 22, I had a little pimp named Smurf. He took 10% of my earnings.
Yes. So
I lied most of the time. I'm like, I ain't make for $200.
Same. I'm like,
I ain't make for $200.
No, but like, everybody that I work with is tested. Like, everybody that I work with usually has their own OnlyFans, so they're also promoting themselves. Like,
Lola said, what up, bitch?
Hey!
Hey, that's my nigga.
That's my nigga.
Okay, so how much?
This one for you, lovely.
We already talked about this, but how much on average do you make? So let's say, what is your money maker? Like, is it like a certain video? Is it you going live? Like, what is your money maker?
It's the lives. So mine is all fetish based. So I always only
explain to the slow people. What do you mean fetish based?
So people come to me for things they cannot do in their everyday life. So that makes me a niche market. And the fetish is the straight boy's fantasy of T-girl. T-girl is a transsexual woman. They think we're more exhibitionist, more liberated. It's not always true, but that's definitely something that I play up on my channel. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have a Barney bag of imagination. It's the treasure box. The straight boys come on. Some of them, so I call them ski mask mafia. Some of them can wear, like, I got different kind of ski masks they can put on if they don't want to show their identity. That does affect the price that they make on my channel. So
hold on. So if they wear a ski mask, they gotta pay more.
No. I pay all the models on my channel because I'm eating like that. Okay. Like, I pay them. They on the payroll.
Okay, so you pay them and they wear a ski mask, but they straight.
Yes.
Niggas.
Yes, but I'm a fetish for them as well. You know what I'm saying? So they're...
Drop your motherfucking link, because I know they want to know what's going on, because you be like, I know that's Benny's ass. I know that's Bradley's ass. I know that's... Because I know it's a lot of y'all to be like... I know that's my nigga's ass on there.
Why
you know they got
motherfucking cans up?
Let me blow it out.
Man, one of them dreads.
Like, I know my ski. Y'all gonna be looking at y'all nigga be like, where's my nigga? Y'all gonna look like it like, it's my nigga's eyebrows.
If it is, bitch, don't inbox me.
Don't inbox
him.
me. Okay, what's
Inbox
up, Michelle?
him.
Okay, so you got the Ski Mask Mafia. So basically, what is your money maker?
That's what it is.
Your money maker.
Yeah.
Is do you do like full on sex with them, or is that am I too invasive?
Not invasive.
Okay, so
it's never me. Like I said earlier, I don't do full frontal on me. It's them.
It's them.
Like exploring their boundaries. So like the box I was telling you about, the Barney Bag of Imagination, is full of sex toys, and they have to pick one out.
Exclusive.
They have to pick one out, and then I teach them how to use it on themselves.
It's a vibe. And that's what makes your money. So on average, what do you make? Average like a pay period. Do they do by pay period?
Yeah. Well, you claim your pay period. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could let it build up for the whole month and then do one cash out. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I like to cash out every week.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So like,
So it's literally like a job. Like a. It's sounding sweeter to me.
my thing is, for me, it's a mental thing. Like, if I let it build up for the month, their portion looks bigger. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I make $10K and then they take a whole $1,000 out, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you take a couple hundred from the $6,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Than the big lump sum out the big. I don't know.
Okay, I feel you. Okay, so
$6,000 a week is not every week. I just want y'all to know.
Holly's laughing. So is it worth the money? I don't even think I have to ask.
All right.
Is it worth the money?
I started this time last year when I started. I had $35 in my bank account, and now I have none of y'all business, but more than that.
More than that, and it's worth it. It's worth the money. Michelle said subscription.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Share this video because your nigga might be on ski mask.
Listen, if you feel like you see your nigga's tattoos or whatever, inbox him. Don't inbox me.
Cause we not with the bullshit. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about sex work and sex dangers. Do people assume you're better in bed because of your sex work history?
First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all now, I the fuck ain't. After work, bitch, I'm fucked. Fuck me. You feel
like
me?
that.
I'm not doing shit.
I'm not doing nothing. I think it's
no, it turns me on.
I think it's
it depends what it is.
It's not good to think. You can't just think that somebody's just amazing because they know how to tell somebody what to do. Like Dr. Ruth, she can tell you all the tricks that you want to know, exactly how you want to do it. She can probably tell you, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Ruth ain't a good fuck.
And also,
pretty sure
sex work is about is about getting off. Do you get what I'm saying? Like.
Sierra said, let me put my strap on.
But do you get what I'm saying, though? It's
what?
about, sex work is about getting off, like getting somebody off.
Yeah.
Like, that's different than making love. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Making
intimacy.
love. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Intimacy. Like, I don't want to look in no motherfucking John's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my lover, I want to look in your face. You know what I'm saying? I want you to breathe on me. And
I think that's
you know
different. I think that the level of intimacy, like when you have good sex like that, I think it's mind-blowing sex.
Yeah.
Can you have technical good sex? I think that's definitely possible. But I think for you to move over into that mind-blowing, unbelievable sex, I think you have to be.
See, that's where I blurred the line.
motherfucker.
Like the dude I was fucking Dixie Highway.
What calling that man Dixie Highway?
I was gonna say his real name.
Dixie Highway.
Dixie Highway.
If you're on Dixie Highway, you got a nigga on there, you better check him out.
Please, let me know. Because I'm in love with him, so me and you gonna have to fight.
We're gonna have to fight, and that's it.
That's it. I'm Mary had a little lamb. We just gonna have to fight.
Okay.
But no, like, we started to mix it. He wanted to get an OnlyFans. And I feel like our sex was affected by that because...
Wait, he wanted to get an OnlyFans with you? Or y'all did?
He got one in general, but he wanted to use my platform to promote himself. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like that affected our sex life because he can't really recharge. So
so once he's done, he's done.
Yeah, so like he's giving his all for the camera, and then like I don't get what I need after. You know what I'm saying? Because it's another thing people don't know. Like it's probably about a 4-hour situation to make a little 30-minute video. You get what I'm saying? So like you start.
I saw that on TV. Like when they talk about porn, they're horny they do that shit for hours.
You not horny though. You just acting horny. You get what I'm
saying?
saying?
Say you love him, cuz Dixie Highway.
Shut up.
Dixie Highway.
Shut up.
But they said it is a long period of time that you have to stay erect and ready. Even the bitches to stay wet, and they got a camera in my face, and you ready to come, they be like, wait.
Well, I edge him anyway.
I don't know what that is.
So edging is like I get him close and make him stop all the time. So like, so he can last longer.
I haven't learned that yet.
Oh yeah, I taught him a lot of things.
You know, Dixie Highway. Shout out to Dixie Highway.
Don't shout him out.
Shout out to Dixie Highway.
He dropping music, y'all. Get his mixtape.
We don't know him. We don't know him. What do we look up? Okay, so if someone is interested in doing sex work, what would your advice be?
My advice would be to build up your content first, because you will be amazed at how fast it goes. You know what I'm saying?
How often do you drop content?
So I drop content 3 times a week, but I also film my content a month ahead. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so...
Daddy, get off of her. Get
right
off.
Now. Pee and go to bed. Pee and go to bed. No parents
Daddy,
allowed.
I love you. Hi, Daddy. Bye. Love you. Bye. Go to bed. Good night. This is not for you. Go to bed. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Get off.
Blocked.
Control Alt Delete. I'm just playing. Okay, so
what we say?
What would be your advice? Get the content.
Yes. Okay. So I film a month ahead, and that is probably like a week and a half of filming, just every day filming something different. It sounds like a lot.
Bye. He said, "Talk to you later. Love you. Love you too. This is great."
It sounds like a lot, but like you have to just think about how much content you have to put out in a month's time. You get what I'm saying? So to be ahead of that, and you can drop stuff that is newer in the mix, but having stuff loaded up and ready, like you might have anything happen in your life where you can't film, but you can still drop pre-loaded content. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest advice. And also like find your niche. Like there's something for everybody. Like fetish market is the most lucrative because that's people's secret shit they not fulfilling in their everyday life.
Yeah, like me. I like a couple things that people might not think. You know what I think? My fetish porn is like the animated shit.
What do you mean?
It's like they're like cartoons almost, but they're not.
That's weird.
They're like, don't tell me that's weird. This is a safe space.
No, it's not.
They're like little cartoon people.
What?
And it be like, I don't know. I have to show you.
Excited.
Yeah, it's like I gotta show you on my phone.
See,
I can't think of what it is. That's what it is.
What is it?
I can't say it. It's HENTI. I don't know how I stumbled across it. It is lit.
Is that
and
somebody
it be
else
like
you?
They got a woman that's like Wonder Woman. She's dressed like Wonder Woman, but she's fucking like another woman, but she has a dick. It's amazing. I don't know what. It's amazing. I don't know. It's that H word, and I'll be watching that shit like a motherfucker. Boy, that shit is lit. Because it be like the sounds. It be like.
You don't need all
that. And it'd be like the little strings. I can't even describe it. Go look it up. Michelle just wrote it. Just like a Pisces, I swear. Michelle just wrote it. If y'all have not seen that type of porn, it is like intense, okay? Yes. So, okay, so let me see. What do you consider to be your most dangerous experience or your could happen experience?
I used to just meet niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like go out and do car sex and all that shit. Like
just random.
Yeah, and that wasn't responsible of me, and I know that now that I survived it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's dangerous. I think when you think about it in that realm, it's always dangerous.
I was fucking a politician once. And he
Joe. We did it, Joe.
That's why I got 2 Biden bucks on y'all motherfuckers. I got 2 stimmies.
nerve. We just playing. We just playing.
Yeah, we just playing. Don't come at me, Jill. So I was fucking a politician, and he would have his car service come pick me up and take me behind an old abandoned.
But just a politician.
Yes, honey. It's
not the professor.
Not the professor. That's why I graduated with honors, bitch. No, but like he would have the car service take me behind this abandoned car wash, and I survived it. But I just think about, like, you know, last year all the trans lives that they were saying was coming up dead, and I just thought about how irresponsible I was with my own safety to even be okay with that for a couple of bucks. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even want to talk about my irresponsibilities in the sex game, because.
But I think that's the biggest danger, is being irresponsible with yourself and not understanding you are around a lot of demonic spirits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's it right there. Like with me, it was more so of the people that I was meeting. The people that I was meeting, like it was one point in time where I was contemplating robbing a bank, but I was so. Somebody had convinced me.
Yeah.
To rob a bank, but they wasn't telling me that I was robbing a bank. They was like, the way they worded it was like, we're gonna put you in a wig and we're going to. Somebody deposited this money and you look like this other woman and we're going to send you in there and you're just going to ask for the money. You're going to have to talk to somebody. You're going to have to sit down and talk to somebody face to face. And they was like prepping me for it. And I was so like under the influence because I was using drugs at the time. And I was like so under the influence that I was like, okay, so then what? And then what do I do? Like, what do I do? And by the grace of God, they just disappeared. Like, that's why I know that I'm praying for, because by the grace of God that they just disappeared. I was supposed to walk in a bank and rob a bank. Like, I would have robbed, it was like thousands and thousands of dollars. And then, you know, just moving money and moving dope and like all that shit. Yes, but they was like, we're gonna put a wig on you and you're gonna go in because you look like this girl, this woman, and you're gonna ask them to take out, and after you take out a certain amount, I think you gotta sit and you gotta talk with somebody and like get it out. And they was like, and then when you do that, you're gonna walk out to the car and we're just gonna pull off. And I was like, that sounds weird, but I couldn't even think about that they was using me to rob a bank because I was so involved with this nigga at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not necessarily the stripping. It's the things that you can get into when you're in that.
No, the stripping part is the stripping part is actually
fun. That's the fun part.
It's actually fun. It's all the extra shit once you get off the motherfucking stage.
Yeah, but yeah, that was probably like the worst. Not
people,
the worst,
people don't know you.
To the worst
people
situation.
Don't know you gotta like sell drink chips and all that shit.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta sell drinks.
It's a whole lot of other shit beyond getting on that motherfucking pole.
Yes. Okay, what is gay for pay, and where did it come from?
So gay for pay, basically what I was describing to y'all about the ski mask mafia people. Like, gay for pay are straight dudes that will push their boundaries for money.
Yeah, but they're not. Do you think they're gay or not?
I don't think they're straight. My thing is this. Ain't no amount of money that can make me want to put nobody's fist up my butt. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. So, the fact that there's a price tag to make you do something means somewhere you wanted to do it, you just needed an incentive. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think they're straight, no. But that's what
they say.
That's what they say.
So, what is your opinion?
There's a look to them as well. So, they could be gay in real life and still have that look, and they'll benefit from the gay from payness. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like there's a difference between your street sex workers and those that work online, like OnlyFans? What's the difference?
They beneath me.
Oh, do not say that!
Okay, we on the same tier.
So, why do you think there's a difference, though?
Because there's bitches out there that is sucking dick right now for a hamburger. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gotta.
But it's bitches that sucking dick for a hamburger that's not necessarily on the street, too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they still a street worker.
You think so?
You
like if somebody's
hungry,
fucking with a nigga and he takes her to McDonald's and she sucks his dick afterwards and gets sent home, you think she's considered a street worker?
Hold out for the steakhouse, bitch.
Oh my God.
It's different kind of beef.
So what do you think is the main difference? I think street worker sex is a means to an end, but it's a very dangerous means to an end.
I think for girls like me that the street worker sex is for girls who have not gotten access to their transitional needs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm able to do this because I present well. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I still was in my starter kid stages, I'd be out fucking behind the car wash like I was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but now, you know, a bitch looks expensive.
In your opinion, what drives people to do this line of work? Money.
Not just the money though, like what I've been saying the whole time is the freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work literally 3 days a week. And I'm gonna make more than somebody who could work all 7 days of the week. You get what I'm saying? So like that part, the frequency of the money. Cause you can make good money doing a lot of shit. It's the frequency of the money. And you know, in our head, you have to go to school to be a doctor to get that good money. This you just here.
But do you think it's just like, do you think it's like morally, do you think that it's something that you would want anybody to do? Or do you think it's just like...
I want everybody to do it.
Felix!
Really?
Really?
I mean,
Why?
my mama. I want everybody 30.
Not your mama, but why?
In their 30s and...
Why not your mama then?
Because she's a pastor.
And we ain't gonna have the pastor out here on OnlyFans, Lord.
She can
Like,
get
I had to
on
take
OnlyFans.
my daddy out of here.
No, mama, get on OnlyFans. Do your little Bible study. That'll be cute.
Felix act like, bitch. Get on OnlyFans and show something.
No, don't show nothing, mama. Just do your little Bible study in your robe.
Okay, so do you think this work, we really talked about this, but do you think this work allows people to feel like they can be able to openly disrespect you?
I don't feel it anymore.
Okay, I got a question.
Oh.
Do you think the U.S. will ever adopt the same mentality with respect to sex workers as international countries?
No.
No.
The U.S., that's why we out here.
That's from Tony. What's up, Tony?
I love that question, Tony. That was a great question. But that's why we still out here breaking.
Not Bible study.
That's why we out here still breaking those. You know, you mentioned what I do outside of this. Like, I'm an activist.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why we still out here breaking those hierarchies. Because the U.S. loves to keep people down. You get what I'm saying? Like, they would never legalize this kind of work because we can make money without them knowing about it. You get what I'm saying? And that's the only reason that sex work is not legal is because they can't keep track of how we make money. That's the same thing with weed. Once they figure out how to tax it and get their cut, it'll be legal.
Yeah.
But they can't. I can sell my ass right the fuck now. They don't know what I'm making. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only reason that it's not. So no, I don't think that the U.S. because the U.S. is too greedy. Everywhere else in the world is not as greedy as the U.S. So that's why no. I don't.
So do you think places like Amsterdam and
That's
stuff
what I'm
like that
saying.
is like
they're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but do you also, then that comes to play, like, them taking young people in sex slavery and,
I mean,
like, all of that
that
stuff,
part
too.
is absolutely valid, too, but they do that here as well.
Michelle said, do you carry anything for your protection?
I do.
Felix has a whole... I can see Felix has security that is with her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So her security is literally outside my door right now. He brought us a bottle of Hennessy, which I'm about to tell him to go get us another bottle. But she has security that goes with her everywhere. But I think that's not a luxury that a lot of people have. And I think a lot of times people think that because they're cute or because they're attractive that they think that they can make X amount of dollars, which is what he spoke on earlier. Like, they can make X amount of dollars doing sex work, but everybody's not going to make it. I think I watched a documentary the other day, and it was like the lifespan of somebody who does sex work is very short and very small. So these people that come in at like 18 years old and they only do like 2 or 3 months.
To that point, my goal, I was going to quit when I got to $10,000. Yeah. But I told y'all I got there in 1 month. So I couldn't quit because I was like, oh my God, like I did it in 1 month. Imagine what I could do in 10 months. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do have an end game in my mind where I'm going to stop
But you don't have like a retirement plan or anything like that. So do you think that?
But I do.
But I'm saying like normally a person that's in the stripper game like doesn't have a retirement plan. So are you putting money up to where you want to stop?
So that's why I said when they said, "Oh, Felix is rich," I was like, "No, I'm not," because everything that I get goes straight to my savings. It don't go to. So I only spend the money that I make in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my OnlyFans money goes straight to my savings. So that part is jumping. Me, I only keep like a grand in my checking account. You get what I'm saying? Because that keeps me from overspending.
Right.
So
and a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. So, Sierra said, what'd you say? I can't see you stripping. I stripped for 4 years, boo-boo. 2 different states.
Thank you for not seeing us as strippers. We're beyond it.
States.
Thank you.
But yeah, when I was a dancer, it was just like it was just an experience. Like we just keep talking about. If you haven't watched the live from front to back, like it was an experience. And they talked about your parents. I think that's the question.
Oh yeah, what was the one question?
Did you tell your parents, and what do your parents think about your work?
I remember when I first came home from college the first time, like the first fall break or something, and my mama told my pastor because she found condoms in my bag. You went to school a virgin. I was like, little do you know. I just said that. You know what I'm saying? So you stay off me. I'm fucking all in your house. I mean, sorry, mama, if you don't ever see this.
Mama!
I would never.
Wait a second. With me, I told my parents because somebody came in the club that knew me. So when I was stripping, I'm 36 now, so I was like 20, and they didn't have they wouldn't allow you to have your cell phone or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. Even if you did, it was like a little grainy. It was a grainy little picture. You couldn't tell it was me anyway.
That is so weird to me that they let people actually
record,
out in the open, not sneaking around.
And I danced at Fats too. I danced at Crazy on Broadway.
That was turned up.
I was at Fats still. I was at Fats, but I danced at Louisville, the Gold Showroom. I danced at Fats. I danced at Classy Lady. I danced at Deja Vu. I danced.
Deja Vu's where it's at.
I hated it.
You did?
I only danced at Deja Vu for like a day.
It's so easy to scam motherfuckers at Deja Vu.
Is there a stigma for sex workers with respect to public health? Hold on, let me see what you're trying to say, honey. With respect to public health associations like the Health Experiment? I can't. Health Department. What health related, I can't see it because I can't push it. Okay. What health related resources have you found available to assist with sex workers to remain safe? I mean, I think Planned Parenthood helps because you don't department. That's what I was like, what you trying to say? I think Planned Parenthood is great because if you don't have health insurance, they will test you regardless.
And so will Chase Tomorrow. They do. Well, I think they focus on AIDS, HIV testing, but still
But Planned Parenthood was dope to me because when I didn't have insurance back in the day, Planned Parenthood would test you regardless. Mm-hmm. So I would appreciate them for that because I think that was like a huge thing.
And I think just in life, we gotta get in that habit. I don't fuck anybody who ain't gave me no papers.
Yeah. But I think that's a whole nother conversation because I feel like people get offended when you ask.
I mean, you only offended if you burn it.
People get offended if you ask, and I feel like a lot of people
only offended if you burn it.
A lot of people don't ask. You know my type game is bad after 9 p.m. I swear my read game is bad after 9 and a couple shots of him.
I can't see none of this.
Okay, do you think that this work allows people to feel able to disrespect you? I already said that. Do you have any regrets? We only got about 3 questions left, and then we're done with the live. Do you have any regrets?
I didn't start sooner.
Let me think. Do I have any regrets? I think my only regret would be to be like doing drugs. I think I did.
Okay, I do regret that. But do I really regret that?
I didn't do drugs.
But do I regret that though? Because would I be in this position without that down in my life? You get what I'm saying? Like, this feels triumphant to me.
I do feel triumphant too. But I think the things that I put my body through
That's valid.
During that time, I feel like I am feeling the like my memory.
Yeah, that's valid. Are your knees?
My memory
is
look, I'm injured right now.
I'm scratching my knee right now.
I think that if I had a regret when it comes to sex work, I would think that it's because ecstasy. When I did ecstasy when I was dancing, it literally affects the memory. So like people will talk to me and be like, "Oh, we went to school together. I know you," and I would just be like, "There's parts of my life that I don't remember anything."
No, that's fair because I think mine is like from my drugs. I would bloop on people.
Yeah.
And there's people that still like. I remember when you went off on who do. I'm like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, you don't even remember that. So I think my drug abuse.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be something that I would like to erase.
There's a couple motherfucking niggas I would erase
that.
too.
And bitches. Okay, so have you ever been ashamed of your past or your present?
No, I wouldn't say ashamed, but I've been confused. So I didn't go into it because I wasn't trying to get too heavy on the lab. But since we're close to the end,
we can get too heavy on.
I'm just saying, since we're close to the end, I'll go there because we ain't got to spend too much time there.
Yeah.
But my early sex experiences was molestation.
Yeah.
So I was confused if my identity was somehow correlated with that abuse or that trauma. You get what I'm saying?
I've experienced the same thing. Okay, since we are talking about it,
yeah.
Like I feel like not the shame of it.
No, it wasn't never shame.
But I feel like when you are sexually abused or sexually assaulted, I remember like
I didn't
as an
value
adult,
sex.
as an adult, they told me that you could be like either really, really into it or like really, really not.
Like pull back from it.
So I think that one of the reasons I'm so into sex is because I was introduced to it in such a way
that's how I feel.
that it was like.
But I felt bad about that. You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean? Like we good at it, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it was just there. Like that's why I told you it wasn't a big deal to put a price tag on it. You know what I'm saying? Like what is it even? Like it wasn't mine to begin with. So yeah, that's.
I think that too. Like that's such an interesting thing that you say, and I was trying to read. Hold on, I was trying to read hers. Do you imagine falling in love with a wealthy client that wants you to end your career and take you financially? Something. I'm trying to get it. Y'all got nails on. Take care of you financially.
I don't want that personally. A big part of my attraction to this work is my liberation, my independence, being able to do the shit I always dreamed about doing, but it's on my ticket. I don't want to have a dope ass experience and it be because of this motherfucker. Because
I wanted to be Pretty Woman. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted somebody to come pick me up and make me Pretty Woman.
No, I don't want that. because when they take it away, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I still gonna be?
But is that a direct reflection of like your childhood of things being taken away from you?
I mean, absolutely.
Could it possibly be that somebody could really give it to you or give it to you forever?
But I think even the fetish, the niche market that I found is a direct derivative of my trauma because my molester was like a straight person that got to go back to being straight. You know what I'm saying? But I was the one that was stigmatized and labeled like the victim of it. And then everything I did after that was like, you fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you feel like it shaped it was a dramatic
and
that's
what I'm saying.
Life?
Like now I don't know because you know me both ways. Like I always been so secure and confident in myself. But I always dealt with that. So I don't know if they played a part. You know what I mean? All I know is that I love who I am. And that's a big part of me is being sexual. But I'm sexual in the sense of I don't need a return.
I definitely agree with you because I had that trauma too. So I was like, I always fought with my sexuality as far as like with niggas. I was like, well, I like niggas.
Right.
Niggas ain't bad. I dealt with niggas for a long time, but at the same time, I was always wanting. My mom was out of my life most of my life. Mm-hmm. So when I'm with a woman, it feels like that love that I was missing from my mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the type of relationships that I have with women is just like so intense and so emotional because I always fucking wanted that with my mom. So then it's and then adding that on top of being hurt by so many niggas. Yeah. It's like, I don't really know. So it's just kind of like, it's always a battle. That's why it's so important. But then you talk about protecting your children and there's really no way to really protect your children because you don't know. Yeah, you don't know. It could be anybody. It could be anybody anywhere. So it's just like it's a hard thing.
Like, yeah, mine definitely wasn't somebody you would expect. It's
yes.
So crazy. And it's like, it's crazy because like my family dynamic, like I still live in a world where I have to see that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And interact with that person. And I don't really harbor any hard feelings because like that person was also young when it happened. So I just look at it like, you know, that was fucked up. You know
and that's another thing too, and that's what I had to realize when what'd you say? That resonates. I always felt like I craved that. Yes. So that's the thing too, like when you have to deal with that person in your space. It's another thing. And then when you grow up and you think about things like, well, this person must have done this because something was done to them too. Well, so it's kind of like an empathetic like feeling, because I know when I was face to face with my molester after so many years, I became face to face with him, and I thought that I was just gonna fucking just go off on him, like whatever,
it don't be like that,
and I was just like, I literally didn't know what to say. I like froze, and I know he looked so. Like, he looked like he was struggling. Yeah. And he looked like his face was just, like, sunken in. And he just looked... And I literally felt sorry for him. And I was like...
Mine apologized to
damn.
me. Mine apologized to me. And it was the same kind of shit. Like, he was this all-star, superstar person that was supposed to go places, and he ain't done shit. You know what I'm saying? He's still tormented, and he still be, like, drunk at every holiday. You know what I'm saying? And I just be living. You know what I'm saying? So when he apologized, it was just like, I did feel bad for him. I feel like I'm glad I wasn't caught with the clutch like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then I think back, too, like, we were able to be a testimony.
We might have to go in on that part too, because
we might have to do a live about that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother live.
We might have to do a live about that.
Yeah, that's a
so like live. It's just a blessing to see like where you came from and the things that impact you as a child really do carry on with you as an adult.
And it's stuff that you don't even realize that mold your personality or you know what I'm saying, your likes and dislikes, and it's shit that you didn't even know you was introduced to. You know what I'm saying?
It's dope as fuck. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything in your life in this room that you would do over?
Do over? I mean...
You would start earlier. That's what I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would do it all over. Like, even the bad shit, like, I'm so fortunate for being a person that can be outside of myself and look at the experiences that I've been through and be thankful for them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they was fucked up, but I survived that. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm still here, and I'm still thriving, I'm still doing dope shit. And
Charlie said, please do that live. Tony said, do you see a different mentality or behavior from individuals who's been sexually abused and are sex workers as opposed to those who enter sex work for purely financial reasons?
I think that's me, though. Like, I'm disconnected from it all the way completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a job to me that involves sex. Like, it's not sex work. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think the term sex works involves some enjoyment. And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy it, but I don't do it for enjoyment. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said that I had a disconnect with my dude, because I still want to fuck you after this production. You get what I'm saying? Like, and like, no. It's just a job to me. So, yeah, I'm disconnected. I'm able to see sex as a thing, not as a bonding.
And y'all you're making that money. And Tony said that's deep. I like Tony.
I like
you
Tony.
Come on in the live every time. So I've asked all the questions that I have, and if y'all have some more questions, drop them. But I do want to talk about the things that you're doing outside of sex work, because you do amazing things in the community, and you do amazing things in the city outside of what you do. So just explain a little bit of what you do. You're a bomb-ass bartender. That's all I got to say.
Because we over here lit.
Bomb-ass bartender #1. We over here lit. Okay.
Well, on that note, I actually just started my own to-go cocktail line called Cute Bar. Okay. So those are available for sale at different places around Louisville right now. We're in Logan Street Market.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Boom! I wish I had one of them sound machines. I'm about to buy one with my stimulus. I'm about to buy one with my stimulus. Don't worry about it.
No, but 2 years ago, I started my own creative cooperative called BOSS, and that stands for Blacks Organizing Strategic Success. And we are a cooperative that organizes business resources to help elevate influencers of color entrepreneurs of color and just connect them in a network.
Cause you a whole activist out here. That's all I gotta tell y'all.
And since the uprising, I teamed up with Black Lives Matters Louisville, and since June, I've been doing the housing justice work predominantly with the eviction. I sit in eviction court since June every Monday through Thursday, and we do tenant outreach, and through that we kind of assist the tenants in whatever way they need. That's helping them find attorneys.
Honey, I've seen it.
Yeah,
yes,
we
you
help them find
do.
attorneys. We go help them clean up their homes, move out of their homes. We help them pay their rent. We help them find new housing. We help them get storage units, like just whatever.
So that's a common misconception in itself. A lot of people think that people that do sex work are not good people.
Yeah,
and now one thing that I know about
selfish.
you is that you give back to the community. You are helping the black community, and you are doing major things in the city, which
Absolutely.
is dope as fuck. So
Absolutely.
tell people how to motherfucking find you, cause I'm about to subscribe.
I am Fifi Fresh on everything, and that's Fifi PHEPHERESH on everything. So that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So yeah, and my activism work is found on my website at bossworld.net.
Well, thank you for coming
Thank you
in.
for having me.
We about to end this live. Hold on. Where do you get more info about housing justice work? Okay.
That's at the website, bossworld.net. Hit the eviction action tab, and it'll have all that shit. If you know anybody who needs their rent paid, tell them to hit the tenant outreach form and get in touch with me. And
Sierra said, well, here, I need him right now.
you need what?
Sierra said, I need him right now. I need him right now. Yes, but follow, subscribe, give back to the community, because not only does this beautiful bitch, call you bitch, because I've been knowing you, beautiful bitch does sex work, but she also gives back to the community. That's the bigger picture of it all. You know what I'm saying? Don't be judgmental. Keep your mind open. Keep your eyes open. Keep following. Follow me. You can find me on all social platforms at Beyond the Shade. On Instagram, it's Beyond_the Shade, or you can follow me on Facebook. I have a group on here called Beyond the Shade. It's Liddy Titty. My brand will be launching really, really soon, and I appreciate, you know.
We should have busted some out.
I got some.
Do it.
Come over there.
Come on.
We're not busting those out.
Do something.
Look, in order, if you want me to bust out some of the sex toys, you're gonna have to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Drop the eggplant. Drop the eggplant. And she need to show us.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans, and I'm about to come down with for these
There you
6
go.
men.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
For these 6 men. No, but thank y'all so much for watching. We about to turn up for the next 30 minutes, and I love y'all. Turn the music up. I love y'all. Turn the music up. I love y'all. Share the slide. Share the slide.
Need 2 niggas now, I'ma level up. Step it up.
I love y'all.
Boy, me gotta step it up.
Y'all silly. we can't even get off.
We gotta get off. We stuck with y'all.